Hi everybody, we are Teen Michiganium. I'm Gracie.
I'm Rachel.
I'm Maddie.
I'm Mark.
And I'm Joe.
Oh, this is weird. We're going to talk about our presentation and our nonprofit organization that we worked with this semester. We were fortunate enough to work with Above the Wake. It's based out of Bay City, Michigan. It deals with kids with autism and cognitive developments that are delayed and getting them out and doing recreational activities, mainly wakeboarding and cable boarding. And we had the pleasure of working with this organization a little bit later into the semester. So we're going to get into some details with that, and then we're going to talk about what we did with Above the Wake. So initially we started out with a couple different organizations in mind. And initially it was not the greatest experience. We had a lot of feedback that was organizations not wanting to work with us. And then we were fortunate to find Tom within a month left in the semester? Maybe
about.
So we had to really crunch and be able to work with him. So it was a real pleasure. Everybody's take though, what was it like finding an organization?
It was difficult at first. It was really difficult.
When we found Above the Wake, it was like, thank God.
Mm-hmm.
Finally.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just gonna add, just for our team roles, we had a specific thing that each person was supposed to do. But once it was crunch time and we needed to find an organization, we all kind of just spread out and just helped each other really. Mm-hmm. So it didn't really matter who did what.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was easy when we found the right fit. But before then, it was just a bunch of crap.
We had good synergy,
pretty much.
Though.
We
Good
did.
synergy.
We had very good synergy. Starting off right away at the very beginning of the semester, we had a lot of fun getting to work together. It just really came down to the wire though, and when we were working on things with all of our different organizations, everybody I think worked well. Our roles did change and evolve though over the semester, so I started off as the leader and facilitator, and I was really becoming the coordinator and working with Above the Wake specifically. What about everybody else?
I was kind of the computer technician, worked on the website. I don't know what I just did with my hands, but I worked on the website. We used a template website system called Wix. Pretty much just worked with Tom Hart, the leader of Above the Wake, to see what he wanted and how he wanted his website revamped. So that's me.
What about you?
Yeah, I was supposed to be the coordinator, and I was reaching out. That's when I needed some help because I was reaching out to a lot of organizations and kind of just getting denied. So Gracie helped me, kind of reach out, and then I was just one of the guys who would help out with whatever was needed, whether it be the paper or talking to Tom, taking notes during one of the meetings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was originally supposed to be the second in command, making sure that we were all kind of in sync and on the same page with each other, but I feel like I did do that in some sense, but at the same time, I just kind of went where I was needed, sort of thing.
You played devil's advocate pretty well.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
definitely did.
And that was supposed to be you, Mark.
Supposed to be you.
I was like the note taker kind of, but then just kind of helped out wherever we needed it.
Yeah.
We ended up realizing that our rules kind of didn't mean anything towards the end of it because we were all willing to work together and collaborate to get things done, especially with this presentation specifically and working with Above the Wake. Mark, do you want to talk a little bit about what some of our issues were with trying to work with Tom and developing the website?
Yeah, well, he had a pretty dinosaurish website to start off with, so it wasn't hard to revamp it, but once we met with him again, he had just little subtle changes that made it kind of difficult for us to all collab and see how the final product was supposed to be. But once we put our heads together, it was pretty simple from there.
It turned out really well. You actually did a good job designing it.
A very, very good job designing it. A very, very good job designing it for sure. Does anybody want to talk about specific things that they really loved about working with Above the Wake or with Tom, or what we did in the overall semester with trying to develop the project?
I just really loved the idea behind Above the Wake.
Yeah.
I liked what it stood for compared to the other nonprofits we looked at.
Mm-hmm.
I liked how personable he was too, and relatable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can definitely second both of those. I just liked his enthusiasm. He was willing to give so much and receive so little. So that was just really cool to see, and for us to come together and help him out was definitely really special. So I think it was definitely a productive group project.
He was in the trenches with us too. I feel like that was important. He wasn't just his man that was above us coming down
Mhm.
and telling us what to do. No, he actually sat in the classroom with us and went over the website, went over what Above the Wake was about, and it was inspiring. So.
I was fortunate enough to talk to him before, kind of when we were in this crunch period of still trying to find an organization. I initially received a phone call from Tom, and I got to talk with him for about 30 minutes, and I automatically fell in love with the organization and him, and we're fortunate enough that he's actually SVSU alumni, so he had a soft spot for our group already coming in, which was super cool. So then once I was able to talk to the rest of the group and tell them, hey, this is what's going on, I've met him, this is what we're going to do next, yada, 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 it already was kind of decided, like they loved the organization without even my input, so I think I loved it. I know they all loved it too. What are some things though that you guys would love to see with Above the Wake or taking from this experience moving forward?
One thing I can say is I know we had a little problem with transferring the email, and I know that was like his biggest concern because of like his cards, whatever they're called. But,
Business cards.
Business cards. Because he didn't want to go reprint 1,000 other business cards that cost too much money. Yeah, so that was one thing that if we could continue working on them later, if he needed our help, like I'm sure we would be willing to do that.
We almost had it, but GoDaddy was the middleman.
Yeah,
so
that's what it was.
So
Oh, GoDaddy
it's not
always
really
ruins
anybody's
things.
fault. Their commercials are lit though.
True. Commercials are lit. Services maybe not so much.
Right.
What about you girls?
I just really liked working with him. I thought that it was a good experience for us too.
Mm-hmm.
I just really hope that he's able to like increase business because of the work that we did on his website.
I hope that he can get a bigger draw and a bigger recognition around the Great Lakes Bay region. I know he's already done tons of work across the country though in about 6 different states, about 11 different cable parks. But having enough kids and parents that are willing to participate is something that's really, really hard that he made very clear with us. So I hope that he can get a bigger volunteer pool, and not only that, but a lot more students that are willing to go and participate, because he's very passionate about what he does. And he got to tell us a bunch of different testimonials of what he's been able to do through Above the Wake and what these kids have gotten out of it. So I hope that it can grow in that sense, not also business-like, but also in that sense too. So thanks for listening, guys.